Hello everyone. So today I'm doing something which I'm trying something new today. I have no idea if I'm going to keep doing this. I might make it a sort of series. I do not know if it'll be a consistent thing. Maybe it goes well and people enjoy it, in which case I will make it a consistent series. But basically, I'm just going to be talking with no. Well, I will have a topic of discussion before each video, but it's not going to be not really going to be much editing. It's just going to be me talking to, well, I guess myself for like like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, however long, and then I'm going to post it. And I don't know, it won't be everyone's thing to watch. I just know that I've enjoyed watching content like this in the past, and so maybe there's a chance that some other people will too. So I'm going to be doing that today, and I'm going to be talking about something that has bothered me quite a bit in the past. It's not like anything like that's like going to depress me or anything, but it's an annoyance. Even that's the wrong word. It's bothered me. There's honestly no other way to put it. So I don't know. I'm sure I don't. I have pretty severe ADD. If you don't know what ADD is, it is essentially, what was I doing again? If you don't know what ADD is, it's essentially, you've probably heard of ADHD, which stands, if you don't know, stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or Hyperactive Disorder. And basically what ADD is just that, except, as the name suggests, without that H, so without the hyperactivity part of it, which means that I'm not going to go over all the effects of ADHD or ADD, because I'll be here all day. But yes, I have quite a bad case of it. I'm sure quite a few people have clicked off the video already because of the reputation that ADD has built up of people using it for attention, which is really irritating. But so that's not the thing that bothers me. Well, it kind of does bother me that I have ADD. There's a lot of stuff that comes with it that I would definitely prefer to live without, but I can handle most of it. One of the things that has always irked me off way more than everything else is something that I don't know if this is a common side effect of ADD. I think it could be cool to research if it is, but my interests change rapidly. I don't know if the music's too loud. So my interests change rapidly. I will never stay interested in something for longer than like just over a month. It kind of, after that point, well, the time period variates. Variates? Is that a word? Varies. Where the hell did I get variates from? I'm an absolute... Anyways, the time period varies. Sometimes I've had interest that barely lasts 2 days, and like but it's very rarely longer than a month. And this can apply to any, I want to say, type of interest. Not that's probably the wrong word, but for example, like a piece of media or fiction, or a game or a sport, or anything in between. And this is something that has been a common theme like throughout my life. I've never really had a time period where that hasn't been a part of. Okay, I wasn't even gonna come where that hasn't been an issue for me. And in the past, I sort of just like accepted it and like didn't really see it as a problem. But like recently, I've started to realize that quite a few problems I have are caused by that. It sounds innocent enough, and I'll obviously have people telling me that, oh, well, you could just. I'll have people telling me that I should just like force myself. I've actually had someone use the word discipline, which that is just like. It's not like I can just force. You can't force yourself to be interested in something. Like that's just a objective fact. If you don't agree with that, then I don't really know what to tell you, because I just won't enjoy whatever I'm doing. I won't find it interesting. there'll be something that a week ago I was like spending all my free time like watching videos of it or reading about it, and then it'll just be gone. And then I just, yeah, so reading about it or watching videos about it, and then one morning I just wake up and I just can't be asked to think about it or do anything with it in general, it's really irritating. But again, as I said, that sounds innocent enough, but there are a few, I want to say side effects, I don't know if that's the right term to use. There are a few issues that arise from this, such as probably the worst one is the fact that I never really ever developed skills in anything. I've never actually no, that's not how I would word it. I've never been, I've developed skills in things, but I've never excelled in anything. And I don't mean like the basic, like, oh, I excel in academics or something. I don't have my thing, you know. A lot of people have their thing that they're good at it and that they've been doing it for most of their life, and it's part of their identity, you know. And I don't have that. I don't have anything for that, and that honestly kind of makes me sad sometimes, because I'm decently competitive, not in the way that people normally associate. Not in the way that people might think, but I very much whenever there's something that I thought, in the past it's mainly just been like whenever there was something that I thought I was like decent at, and then I would lose, that would always be really humbling and I would hate it. But then that wasn't such a problem anymore. And in general, I get like slightly, I'm not like competitive, like I get angry, but it saddens me when I'm like, it feels like I'm just outperformed in everything. I don't think I've ever had an experience, for example, with my friends, or my friend group, where I've ever felt like I'm like the person to beat, you know, like I don't know, this sounds kind of childish. It sounds kind of childish, but I really do. I don't really care at this point. Me doing this video is kind of really just me being honest with myself and being real, and that, if I'm going to be honest, that has irritated me in the past. So I'll give an example. I have had phases where I've been obsessed with chess. It's quite random, I know, but that's happened multiple times. And I've only ever, despite when I actually am interested in, I very much want to get better and like play in some sort of league or something. Not league. I don't even, what's it called in chess? I don't even know. But play matches, you know, play matches properly. But I've just never been able to do that because like I never stay interested in it for longer. I need to stop saying like. I've never been able to do that because I'm never able to stay interested in it for longer than at most 2 weeks. I'm probably above average at chess, but I don't mean like the average chess player. I mean like the average person with knowledge on chess. I'm definitely better than that. But I go to quite a small school. There's only 40 people in my year, and I'd probably be in like the top 5 or something, but that's because everyone below me has never been interested in chess before. So if I wasn't better than them, then that would be much more embarrassing. Or I mean, I should stop saying interest. It's obsessions. It's like temporary obsessions. That's a way better way to put it. Because I say obsession because in that time period where I am quote unquote obsessed with it, that is literally like one of the only things I'll think about. That's a lot of mobs. So you know that it just leads to me feeling inadequate a lot of the time. And I don't know if inadequate's the right word, but I don't have many experiences of feeling. I really can't think of a good word to use. I mean, it doesn't describe it at all, the feeling I'm trying to say, but I don't have a lot of experiences of feeling like I'm skilled or more skilled than the average person. Which again, I mean, I shouldn't be living my life to compete with others, but it's not even just about, I mean, it's being, like, being compared to others is part of it, but it's also just, like, I don't get satisfaction or like a feeling of accomplishment often. And I have been the subject of decent few jokes of like, well, my mind's just gone blank. A decent few jokes of not being good at anything, and it's all lighthearted, you know, and it's lighthearted, and that doesn't really bother me too much, but it just does just kind of just prove, it doesn't bother me too much, but it does kind of just prove the point I'm trying to make. Jesus, these creepers make no footstep sounds. Oh my word. That scared the crap out of me. That this is gonna be a mess. Okay, you're already low HP, never mind. Get away from me. Ooh, ow. Why are there so many of you? Oh my word. I should probably grab this while I can. Is it cheating to use F3 to find caves, considering it shows entities in beta? Feels kind of cheap. Oh, I see. There's a lot of them up there. I don't even know if I want to. Realistically, what's the worst that can happen? I'm gonna die. Well, this isn't good. I completely forgot where I was. I knew I shouldn't have gone up there. And this is why I should stop making my own decisions. I'm up, yeah. Yeah, I remember now. That's not even the only problem I wanted to talk about. I also wanted to talk about making friends based on interest. Because obviously, and I have a really cool group of friends. I've been friends with some of them for over 7 years now, and the group's kind of just grown since then. But I have never, I initially made friends with the oldest of them. Not oldest, well, the ones that I've been friends with for the longest. I initially made friends with them off of a common interest, which was, you know, we were in grade 3, and we were like 10, so it was Minecraft at the time, and we talked, and since then it's kind of just been, I mean, nowadays we don't really, I mean, I know I'm playing it right now, but like I know I'm playing it right now, but Minecraft is not a consistent thing anymore. I'm nowhere near as obsessed with it as I once was, as we once were. But nowadays we don't really have common interests anymore. I mean, some of them, there'll be like 2 or 3 of people in the group who will share an interest occasionally, but like we don't really have stuff anymore that we can all talk about, you know, so we kind of just have to like wing it. So our conversation topics get pretty interesting. But I'm trying to think of an example. So I'll take, as an example of fiction, I have had periods of being obsessed with the Hunger Games. I'm not going to explain what that is. And I just have no one to talk in those periods when I'm obsessed with the Hunger Games. I just don't have anyone to talk to about it. And that happens all the time with a lot of things that I've been interested in the past. And I know there are ways to talk to people with similar interests online and offline, But it's, first of all, it's like, I can't do that for every interest. I'll literally have to talk to too many people. And I'm also just not great at talking to people. And so that's not to say that I haven't done it before. I have made a few new friends. Why do they naturally trample crops? I could have sworn you had to jump on them. That's so stupid, man. I need to find a way to block this off somehow, but I don't want it to be ugly though. And even though I do talk to those people still, just because I'm not currently interested in what I bonded with them over, it's not like I just forget about them, you know. But it's still, the problem is still there. And there are very few with a solid 90% of my interests. I just have no one to talk to about them, which is something that, it's annoying, because like I read about all this and I have opinions on it, and I feel like I don't have anywhere to go that I can discuss those opinions with. And I'm someone that, I love a good conversation, and I just don't have as many of those as I would probably like to. And it's gotten to the point where I feel scared to commit to anything, like with a specific interest, to commit to taking a class or setting goals or something. Oh, it always just feels like, I'm gonna fail. It always just feels like there's no point in setting a goal, because I know I'm just not going to care about it anymore in a week or two. But yeah, I'm done complaining for the day. I don't know, I might make this a series, honestly. I'll think of a name for it. It's just literally just gonna be me yapping about stuff. I might go talk about something more emotional or something in the future, possibly, if I feel comfortable enough doing that. There'll also be more light-hearted videos where I talk about something that's not serious at all and just have fun. But honestly, even if people don't enjoy it, I'll probably still do it, because I'm not doing... I literally have under 100 subscribers on this channel, or just over, and let's be real, I don't have a fan base. It's not like people are going to be sad if I do or don't do, if I do or don't post something. So I'm just going to do what I feel like for now. And for the 12 people that are going to watch this video, I hope my voice is tolerable, and that I don't have the speaking skills of a mentally challenged toddler. I literally zoned out in the middle of that sentence, as if that kind of proves a point. Thank you for watching, I guess, and goodbye.